Hi ladies! So today's video will be on new products from Catrice. As you may know, I am a fan of the Catrice brand, and I just did a one brand tutorial and recommendation two-part kind of video series on it. And so today we're gonna just explore more of what this brand can offer because there are some new products that have launched here in Singapore. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put on this hairband first. Yes, it is a penguin and it is weird. Now, the first product I'm going to talk about is the Catrice Even Skin Tone Beautifying Foundation. So I have this in the color 030 Even Sand, which is the darkest color I can find. So I don't know if this is the same as in Europe, but basically here that's what I can find. And secondly, this foundation has quite a couple of claims. Okay, it says that it creates a more even skin tone over time. All right, that means for your own skin, and it's supposed to cover imperfections. And it's dermatologically proven. All right. It claims that after 8 weeks, it's going to visibly brighten your dark spots. Yeah, and it has SPF 25 in it as well. So let's try it. I have not even tried this, so this is really a first impression. I'm just gonna shake it up. And again, it's one of that with a very handy pump. Okay, great. So I've put around 1.5 pumps on my hand. Basically, it is quite a kind of gloppy foundation. It is not a liquidy kind. So I'm gonna just use my sponge, okay, to put on my face. Okay, so what I expect is this probably should have some coverage. I mean, if it's supposed to live out to its claim of, you know, giving you even skin in the first place. Okay, I'm just going to take okay, yeah, I will say that with the sponge it blends very easily. I do see that there is some coverage. It has more coverage than the other foundation, which is the Nude Skin foundation, and it's more of a dewy finish compared to that as well. So definitely it feels more moisturizing. It doesn't like immediately dry down like the one with the other foundation that I tried in the recommendations video. So I'm actually just going to I'm going to put another maybe half a pump on my hand, and I'm gonna see how this foundation can maybe build. Actually, I quite like this at the moment. So kind of under the eye. I do think this foundation builds a bit, so that's not bad.你出去做啊！叫你去弟弟的房间做啊！ Okay, so I think that's how the foundation look like. It's a dewy finish. It does. I think it's buildable to quite a medium coverage. I think it's like a light medium to medium coverage. And it's not bad actually. The smell has a nice fragrance to it, alright. But for those people, if you are kind of allergic to fragrances, then maybe you would want to steer clear a little bit. So that's how it looks like. I think that it looks pretty good actually, and even though it's dewy, it's not awfully like too oily. So I think this is quite a nice foundation. Okay, so I'm quite done with the foundation part of it. So I'm just gonna quickly set it with a this heroin make powder, because I think it is a dewy finish, but there are some parts I don't like dewy, which is kind of the middle of the place. And I do think that there is some coverage because my my eye duct, my under eye area, I do see that there is some coverage even there. Actually, it's quite nice. Quite my first impression of it is quite favorable. It's actually really lightweight and it looks pretty good actually. Alright, so I'm gonna move on to the next product, the next new product that we have here. This is a limited edition from the Caviar Gouache. Of course, I am butchering this pronunciation. They have a palette, a limited edition palette, the Gilding Eye and Face palette. So it comes in this kind of a cardboard box, and it has this nice print on it. And when you open it, you have this clear plastic, and you see that you have a highlight contour, and you have 6 eyeshadows, and it comes with this. I'm gonna try to take out the brush here. Okay, it has this mini brush inside. It's compact. That is like this. One head is like a brush, and the other head is this sponge tip applicator. And at the bottom, it actually also comes with a eye pencil that looks like this, which I have no idea what color this is. This is the Kajal Crayon Co. Oh, it's a white color eye pencil, so we can try that out. Now, so I'm just going to quickly maybe swatch these very quickly. So this is the highlight. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, highlight and bronzer. I'm just going to put this on my hand over here. Highlight and bronzer, a little sheer, but of course there's no need for it to be ultra pigmented. And I'm going to swatch also the eyeshadow. So generally it has a very pastel, spring-like kind of color combination. Well, the pigmentation isn't the best actually for the eyeshadow. So they are all very light colors, as you can see over here. So they do not show up a lot. So I'm just gonna go for the last two colors, which is this lilac and a dark brown. Okay. So generally, this palette is really kind of springtime palette, so the color combinations are very pastel-like. Yeah, so let's just try and apply some of this onto my face. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna just make a little bit of space over there, and of course my brushes have some other products on it, so I'm just trying to remove them. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with a base color, which is this one first. Okay, it is quite sheer actually. This it's not super pigmented, this particular eyeshadow. It's just a light beige color that I'm just putting on as a base shadow. Alright, so next thing I'm just going to work in the, I think the lighter color are not showing up a lot, so I'm going to work in this slightly more pigmented looking pink, and I'm going to work this in here towards the back of my eyelid. Okay, again, it's a very subtle. I won't totally blame it on the pigmentation, but yeah, it is quite light. As in, the colors are really light, so it is quite difficult to see like a lot of color on, especially if you have darker skin tone like me. Okay, in that case, I'm going to work in the lilac, which seems to be a bit more pigmented at least. Okay, again, it's very, very light. Yep. I think it is really very subtle. Okay, last of all, I'm gonna just use this darker color to create kind of a crease. Just going to put this in my crease. Okay, as you can tell, actually it is very, very light. I can't actually even tell really what are the colors, so a little bit disappointed about that, because I mean, I have used light eyeshadows that show out before, so okay, the eyeshadow part is not really working for me. Okay, let's look at the other part. So we have this kind of contour and a highlighter, so I'm just going to use this like angled brush to go into the contour and try it out. It's kind of, I think you can use this contour as a bronzer as well. Okay, I think that the contour is quite nicely pigmented. It's just the size of the pen is a little bit small, so it is a little hard to get the product, especially if you are using a bigger brush, so maybe just use a smaller brush or else. Otherwise, I think the color actually quite like. It's not too reddish. It's still, and it's not too dead, like all the way grey or something like that. And it is quite subtle, in fact, for this kind of contouring effect. But yeah, the contouring is actually quite nice. The contour color is quite nice. Alright, great. Last thing I'm gonna do here, I'm going to try out their highlight. Again, I have another one of my dirty brushes. So here we go. I'm gonna dip this in here and do the highlight. Okay, the highlight again, it's quite subtle. Oh, but it does have some shimmer in it actually. It does have like a multi-colored shimmer. So definitely this is for people who... This highlight is definitely for people who like shimmer. If you just want a very sheer, undetectable, no shimmer highlight, this is probably not the one for you. And there is a considerable amount of fallout that comes out from this, the general product from this palette. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna just try out the last thing in this palette, which is this kohl pencil, if I can get it out of this packaging. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it's just this very mini kohl pencil. I'm just going to like put it in my under eye area and see how it works. Okay. Okay. I think it works fine. Personally, I'm more of a fan of their waterproof eyeliners because the kohl ones I have tried before, but I do find them a little bit like they do move around sometimes, so that's why I'm not a fan of them. But this one is fine. This pencil is totally fine. Yep. So summary on this: I like the packaging. I like all this design they have here. This color combi could have worked if the eyeshadows are pigmented, but they really don't show out much on your skin. Like even if I'm just taking it and tapping this pink, I don't really see it. It's a bit sad. The highlight and contour is actually quite nice. I like the contour. Yeah, but other than that, it's a little bit sad that it's quite a nice packaging, nice collaboration, but this is not really working it for me now. Alright, this is actually the same price as the foundation, so I'd rather, get the foundation. It seems like a better product. Now, the last product I'm not going to talk about, this is the Catrice Ultimate Lip Glow. So this is like a lip balm that changes color and gives you some color on your lips, and this is how it looks like. It's actually quite neon looking. So I'm gonna put some of this. It does feel quite hydrating. And as you can see, it's actually already changed color. So it's turning into like this more reddish color on my lips. Right, so nothing much to say about this. It has a slightly fruity smell, but not it's not pungent or anything. It looks really cute because it's like a translucent kind of lipstick. Put it on the lips, it feels comfortable. The color looks pretty natural and nice, so nothing much to say about this. I think it's pretty decent product and nice packaging. So just a very quick recap of everything. Foundation, I like it. Feels really nice. The palette, not my cup of tea, can't see anything on my skin. And the last one, this lip glow, it's actually pretty nice. Looks very natural, so it's kind of a for everyone kind of thing. Alright, so I hope to see you again soon. Take care and goodbye.